Okay, so hello everyone. This is the DMSi Modernized Certification Optimization Project for Senior Design Senior Design 2020 2021. I'm Hassan. I'm joined by Soham today. Um,
I'm gonna start explaining a little bit about the company so that you understand. Obviously, DMSi is an innovative software company who goes to provide better business solutions for customers in the building
So
material
we
industry.
can't hear you. Can you speak into the computer?
Can you hear me now?
Much better. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm not sure what was wrong, but I was saying that DMSi is an innovative development company that provides better business solutions for the customers. Their core focus is to write software for companies as an in building material industry. They have a software called Agility, which is an ERP software, which is known as Enterprise Resource Planning, which means it helps companies figure out where they need to spend their resources and where they spend less resources, and that helps them uh, achieve greater success for their customers too. So that's a little bit about company, and Sun's going to proceed about explaining a little bit about
uh,
stakeholders.
okay, so the stakeholders of the project is Carl German, which is the CEO of DMSi, Trent, the president of DMSi, Jason, who is the vice president of research and development for DMSi, which is looking for new solution and modernizing current solutions, and Bill is our project manager, and Buvana Gobel is our tribe lead. And the team is me, myself, a development manager and developer, and Soham is the product manager. We also have not with us now Sergio, Judith, and Isaac, and men. We are all our developers. Now Soham will talk about the problem we had to solve.
Yes. So our main goal was to for this project was to transform our uh, customer and item certification and price optimization, all the three components, into a modernized web application to provide a better visual and calculation that serves the customers to better expand their pipeline and building a material industry. And this will also provide a valuable data to understand and manage their resources. So this will all be further explained in the later slides, but basically we are um transforming the agility software data into a modernized web application. And I'm gonna proceed by explaining what are the tools and technologies that I used that we used building this application. Our database is backed by MySQL database, and that is further by fetched. The data is from the database is turned into an API with various request calls, and that is used by the TypeScript React frontend application. The Docker holds the as a container for both the API server and the React TypeScript server, and we use Elastic Beanstalk to host the whole application. And the MySQL data is posted on cloud through Amazon RDS.
So I'm gonna talk about the solution we built more in detail. So first, we transformed all the data that was in the Excel sheets into MySQL database, and we hosted on Amazon RDS as a cloud solution. Then we created a RESTful API that computes the variables for the front end, which simulates the formulas used for Excel sheets. So the goal of the API was to create all the variables we will need to show in the front end, and that also the variables that we will need to compute other variables, because the project is very data driven. And finally, we had to create a front-end web application that consumes the API and renders the data into a presentable format. Uh, the we Another part we had to work on was a control panel, which controls the variables used in the API itself. Since one of the goals was that the uh, the people responsible for the website will be able to tune the variables to calculate the format, so it's not always the same. And this was one of the challenges we had but we successfully like implemented at the end. Um, so here's like a screenshot of what the final product will look like after consuming the API. So the user will like enter three parameters, and then uh, this will hit the API, and then the API will hit the database and get all the variables, all the values needed, and computed it using the formulas that are tuned using the control panel variables. And then the frontend can finally consumes these variables and present it, and we, as you can see, we get like a final rank of opportunistic, for example, for the customer specification page. Now Soham will talk about the value and highlights.
So lastly, I would like to conclude this article by explaining what does it mean for us to working in this series and project for the whole year. So obviously, we're a team of 6 people, and men who later joined, and we it was a great opportunity as we got to learn a lot of stuff.
So we
Uh,
can't hear you again. Maybe
Yep.
Hassan can finish up.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, this project provided like a great learning opportunity for us. There was a lot of new technologies we didn't use. A lot of team members didn't use it before, so we ended up learning new technologies, and we helped each other to if any like team member had like a knowledge of one technology, he helped the others to help it also help them to learn it. Uh, uh, Also, we uh, provided like better visualizing of the data, and to help the end user to navigate instead of using the current like Excel sheets, which can be harder to understand how it actually works, and when the user sees everything. So uh, we try to provide like a better user experience. Uh, Same thing with the data and visualization of the data. Yep. Now we can like take any questions regarding like the architecture, the project itself, the problem, anything. Also, we have the virtual table for further like demos if anyone wants to join us.
I'd just like to thank the team and DMSi. I think you guys worked really well together. As you can see by the amount of people in this room, these are all DMSi folks for the most part, and this is what happened every sponsor meeting, which was great. We love to see it.
Yeah.
So thank you
Yeah.
both.
Also, yeah. I also like. Me also like to thank DMSi for like the help and support. Like they give us like development help, and like they help us like direct us into the right direction, and give us like a very detailed requirements, which not like all sponsors do from experience. So yeah, it's like it was like very professional like, and they help us out. So yeah, thank you.
was it like your first
I've
project?
got a quick question here.
Yep.
I'm wondering if you ever had a change in the project scope while you're going through.
Yep. Okay. So one of the bigger changes, or the things we didn't consider it like as well from the beginning, was like the control panel. Uh, we implemented the API at first using the formulas from the Excel sheets, which is like a constant formula. And then we realized like later in the project that we will need to also implement like a control panel to change these variables. So we had to go back and like change how the functions work. So this, I'd say, was like the biggest scope change we had in the project. And yeah, and give us like experience to like try to analyze like in the future for like future projects, try to analyze like more for the goals. And yeah, but yeah, this was like the biggest scope change we had on top of my mind.
All right, thank you.